There's a new Facebook ad format coming out that will, completely diminish the targeting ability that you have currently within Facebook's Ads Manager and will only report back on, brand awareness metrics like video views and engagements with your ads. Will this completely ruin Facebook ads for us as a small business or as an e-commerce brand? That is what we're going to talk about in this video. So without any further ado, let's hop straight into it. Hey, welcome back ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for watching another video here on my channel. For those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Victor and I'm the founder of Victory Media, a boutique Facebook marketing agency. And in today's video, I've already mentioned it, we're going to talk about a new ad format called Basic Ads. Facebook is apparently working on a new ad format that is aiming to, really increase the brand awareness and will not really have any targeting options available. Neither you will be able to pick or choose any particular campaign objective. Additionally to that, if this was not already enough and, for the typical Facebook ad advertiser, right, they will also only report back on, brand awareness metrics like video views and engagements, and they will not really actually report anything back for your conversion metrics. With that being said, probably everybody out there that has already run one advertisement on Facebook will and can probably understand the difficulties that we as a SMB or as an e-commerce brand will encounter if this ad format becomes mandatory. And therefore, we're going to talk about the disadvantages, advantages if this ad format, was to become mandatory. A quick disclaimer right here before we hop right into that video. This has not really been officially reported and no official statement has been made by Facebook. This has been, a whistleblower, a leak that came from a Facebook engineer that they're talking that they're, working on that ad format. And, a quick sneak peek, I don't think that this is an ad format that actually, will become mandatory. However, let's talk about it. And I genuinely think that every Facebook advertiser out there should be, aware of that and what new trends are coming up, especially considering this current climate. So, let's hop straight into it. So before we talk about the disadvantages and advantages of basic ads and my conclusion and when I think you should be using it, right? Let's talk about what basic ads is really all about. The first article was actually reported by Business Insider, where Meta reportedly is developing a new privacy-friendly Facebook ads offer, which would use a lot less data for targeting, right? And as per Business Insider, Facebook is in the early stages of developing a product that would only rely on an anonymized personal info from users to ad buyers from different ad agencies, told Insider. Basic ads, as Facebook engineers have been calling it, is aimed at brand advertisers that are trying to build brand awareness and shape perception of products. One of the buyers, who are known to insiders but spoken anonymously to persevere their relationship with Facebook, said it would be measured by basic metrics including engagement and video views. So here we go with the official statement that has been made by Business Insider. First things first, this statement is pretty vague, right? We do not really know the exact extent of data that will be used, neither the particular metric that will be reported on, and also not how this is difficult or different to another campaign objective, like for example brand awareness, right? So a lot of question marks right there just because of the missing official statement from Facebook. However, let's summarize that statement that has been made by Business Insider real quick, because Meta might be introducing a new ad format called Basic Ads that will lead, and which consequences will be that we will not really have any option to target our audience anymore, right? We will always have to go broad. Additionally to that, we will not really have any campaign objective anymore, not any conversion objective, neither any purchase objective. And if this was not already enough for us as an advertiser, we will also not be able to have any transparency into our conversion metrics anymore. We will only be reported back on our brand awareness metrics like video views as well as engagement within our creatives. So for every advertiser out there, it doesn't matter whether you have been advertising for a month or for 10 years, this sounds pretty scary, right? Because, you pretty much will not really have any conversion tracking anymore. You will only be reported back on, brand awareness metrics, right? You will have less targeted campaigns, right? Because your targeting will not really be granular. And also, you will not really be able to select or, choose a conversion objective anymore, which will then obviously also lead to, less qualified traffic. And last but not least, obviously those two things will then probably lead to less direct results coming from your campaigns. So I think the disadvantages of basic ads are pretty clear. However, with that being said, First of all, there has not really been any official statement made by Facebook. So this is literally all based upon a couple of statements from Facebook engineers. So it might be that this, project will be entirely cut off and we might not even see that in action. So that is the first thing. However, secondly, also, even if it might be introduced going into the future, right, I highly doubt that this will actually be a mandatory ad format, right? This would essentially slash all the power for SMBs, or from Facebook for SMBs and small e-commerce brands like the advertisers that we are, right? And it will just kind of really shoot Facebook itself in the knee. So I think even if it is going to be introduced, it will just be, another option to be able to select, to be able to be selected, like a conversion objective, like a leads objective, like a traffic objective, right? And will not really be something that is mandatory and be completely hands-off. However, now we've talked about the disadvantages of introduction of basic ads. However, in my opinion, there's actually also a huge plus of basic ads, and therefore I do think that it's genius from Facebook if they were to introduce it for that particular reason, right? Because basic ads essentially then have the goal to just gain a lot more brand awareness and go ahead and really make sure that you are in line with data privacy, right? And this is especially important for those bigger advertisers out there. And I'm not talking about the $200 million or $500 million e-commerce brand, right? I'm talking about the Apples, I'm talking about the Walmarts, I'm talking about the Porsche out there, right? That do not really even expect any direct action or direct results from their ads, right? I am pretty sure that Apple is not tracking how many purchases they're getting on creative X, Y, and Z from their ads manager, right? Essentially, kind of the deal within those ads managers is just, we have $10 million of budget for this month, and we just have to get this out right by the 31st, right? And they want to do this in a way that is best for their brand awareness, okay? And I think this will be a really good advantage for them, or a really great ad format for them to choose, because especially those corporations do not only want brand awareness at scale, but they also want to be preferably kind of in a front line of data privacy, and make sure that they're not really being affected by any new changes, and also make sure that their consumers' data is safe. And I think for this type of conversion objective, or for this type of for this type of target or objective, for those companies, this will be great. And guess what, right? Those companies have millions and millions and millions of dollars of budget, right? And all this budget, even if just like 10, 20, 30% of this budget goes to those basic ads, less budget will then be allocated to our conversion ads that we are actually looking for, right? The small fish in this pond that are looking for direct purchases coming from paid performance marketing, right? Those e-commerce brands out there that are trying to get to those 7-8 figures, right, per year in revenue, right, that are looking for those direct results from Facebook. Then we have less competition in this, auction pool of conversion campaigns and actually looking for direct purchases. So the advantage that we have if basic ads will be introduced as an ad format on the Facebook ad platform will be pretty clear, right? Lower CPMs for us as small business owners. And if you ask me, I'm really looking forward to that, and I would really like some smaller CPMs, because bigger advertisers are pulling budgets from their conversion campaigns because this new cool ad format is out there that is essentially really satisfying all their needs. So just to wrap it up right now, nothing has been really revealed yet, and there has no official statement been made by Facebook, right? All of this is, it might be, it could be, what happened if, whatsoever. So, I guess time will tell. However, the statement made by a couple of Facebook engineers and, revealed in the article of Business Insider is definitely something that I think all of those federal Facebook advertisers out there, of all of those brands that are, relying on Facebook advertising, should be aware of, right? And, this just shows that, this trend towards privacy and, less transparency within our ads managers is just going to continue going into the future. So I guess the learning that we can take out of this video, that this trend is just about to continue, right? This trend with data privacy laws from a governmental as well as from a corporation side, right? iOS 14.5 last year has not really been the peak yet, and we can expect a lot more things to happen in this space in order to protect consumer data and just general privacy. So personally, however, I think basic ads will not necessarily be used so much by advertisers just like us out there that are, maybe managing somewhere around $5,000 to $500,000 in monthly ad budget. So I think most SMBs out there and e-commerce brands will not necessarily use it. But I would be really eager to know and see whether CPMs are going to decrease when this ad format is being introduced, and maybe more of the big fishes are actually going after that. Either way, if you like this content and if you, like what I've been talking about for the last 10 minutes, then make sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button right below. And, if you want to know more about how to grow your e-commerce brand profitably and stay on top of the, most recent and current Facebook ad trends and what is happening within my agency's account and e-commerce brands, then, make sure to hit the subscribe button right below this video. So either way, thanks for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I hope I'll see you in the next one next Thursday. So that being said, keep growing. Thank you so much for watching the video to this point. I know that if you've come this far, that you form a part of an exclusive group of people that do not only talk, but walk the talk, and that you are hungry for more content. So therefore, I went ahead and picked out an exclusive video just for you that I know you're going to love. Check it out right here.